listen, we already had some backstage conversation.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes, welcome right off the top,
Hey,
baby. Right
listen,
off the
it
top.
was necessary conversation because it's possible, but we gonna get the. See, that's so one sided. It's whatever. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
hey, Miss Ready for Love is in the building, and we're ready to do it right now. Ashima Franklin in the building. The
Yeah.
pride of Mobile, Alabama is with us, baby. And to my right, above me, oh, your baby girl. You gotta love her. Pensacola, Florida's very own Joe Keetra Horn, the vlogger, blogger, and moisturizer. We just found out. How about that? My main man, the author himself, and relationship guru, I will call him tonight. He's a
There you go.
guru in this now. He's been upgraded since we lost Kevin Samuels. He's been upgraded to guru right now. Mr. Elam B. King.
See,
He's upgraded Elam to our new, he's the new leader of the free man situation. Elam B. King. Right now, man, we got to start it off. We got to say it. We got to talk about it. Mr. Controversy passed away, but he passed away in a way that a man would want to pass away. And I'm speaking for all men. You want to pass away with a youthful piece of package on top of you. If you gotta go, Elam, you want a youthful piece of package on top of you. Call my mama. Somebody call my mama and say, a youthful piece of package took me out of here. You know he going to the room. You know he going to the room.
You need to be with a woman.
ain't no,
You needed to be with a woman his own age. A woman his own age would have told that nigga to check your glucose and your blood
Okay, y'all
and
need,
your sugar.
y'all need to school me. I don't know what happened. So school me on how
what?
Kevin Samuels left this earth. What
Well,
happened?
there's
What?
rumors. There's rumors. The rumor has it. We don't. All the facts aren't in. But there's a beautiful Latino girl that happened to be a nurse that was with him in his last moments of life. She was on top of him. She called and told the ambulance I was on top of him. She called downstairs to get a defibrillator. That's the machine that shocks you back to life. You always see those on the ambulance. But yeah, and nobody had even told his mama yet. And you know us, we kind of neutral, so we ain't speaking bad or speaking positive. But he definitely was an opinionated brother. But his last
Yeah.
moments, Joe Keetra, appeared to be sexual.
And so wait. So first of all, Joe Keecha, because you kind of scared me. You do know who Kevin Samuels is, right?
I told you I'm wearing I feel as if Kevin
Okay.
Samuels would have on, some leopard gear. So this is in honor of him. And if you're going to be the updated Kevin, you're going to have to wear some suits, I believe.
Wait. First of all, why do you feel like he would be in leopard gear? Because I've never seen him in leopard before.
I just feel like it's something that he would have wanted me to wear.
I'll take that.
No. Because let's go. Let me get you on that. So why would you say that, Joe Keetra?
Just let it be. This is for Kevin. Okay.
So is that from a lifestyle perspective that you're saying that?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
with what I
Okay.
said.
So let's just let's
said
make,
what
okay.
I said what I said.
He wouldn't have worn that though. He wouldn't have worn that.
Okay.
I've never seen him in leopard.
I heard him say, if you're going to represent me and talk about me on the Help Me Understand podcast, wear something flashy, wear something that might be, a little bit more of my style. And you're going to have to start wearing suits.
Well,
It got to be your authentic self, right? That's the new phrase that's out here. Be your authentic self. But but going into that space, I think that was probably. I want to first start off by saying, Mike, that listen, the backlash that I noticed this past weekend was so distasteful for people. Regardless of whether you agree, I want to start off by saying that this was a man, this was a black man, this was somebody who, he's a brother, a son, an uncle, and for people to go like that wasn't cool. So I want to start off by saying that wasn't cool.
Yeah, you shouldn't go in on him. He was a good guy. I'm straightening up here. He was a good guy, and I know the sister's like, oh, he was bashing us. He was actually helping y'all. Y'all really didn't receive it the right way.
Come on.
He was trying to help y'all and put y'all up on game on us as black men. He did kind of hold y'all accountable, and I got you, Shimon, coming up to you next. He did hold y'all accountable in certain facts, but he did have a way of talking to y'all. At some point, you felt like he was talking down to you, and I get that point as well. But he had some stuff that I was like, bro, you giving away the game to him. Don't give him everything. Dog. He told y'all some male secrets, but in my opinion, he held y'all accountable. Now, he did say some things that I'm sure offended a lot of black women specifically. But he said some things
because
that
I'm seeing both of them shake their heads, so it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be quiet. Ashima shaking her head, she got her eyebrow up, and then look at Jokeisha. She been had that mash mouth. That you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead. I got to hear this.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna let the ladies let it go because here's your time right now. So, Miss Ready for Love, the Pride of Mobile. I know you were in Atlanta with Kevin Samuels, so you may have, and you and Elam may have a little more insight. But from what we saw from the outside, sister, he was always well dressed, and they talked about him. He was always well dressed. He was up on his social media platforms, and every time I saw him out, everybody was trying to say he lived an alternative lifestyle. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Facebook. Don't turn us off. I'm about to say this. He was always with a bad bitch.
Come on.
Every time I see him, he was always with one.
Most undercover gay men are always.
And now you want to start immediately? Okay.
Yes,
he was not.
Let her finish.
Most of undercover gay men are with bad bitches because they're really with the bitches that they want to be. Okay, let's just be clear. Okay, they love beautiful women. Everybody know that a gay man loves a beautiful woman. Okay. Number two, I have to say I 0% agree with you, Mike, because he did not give us insight. He was not giving us game. He was bashing black women. Okay, every time he spoke on a black woman, and his mama is a black woman, just let me say that because I want to know where her ass was while he was doing all this shit. Every time he spoke on us, he was downgrading us. He was humiliating us. He was talking down on us. He had just said 2 weeks ago, any woman that's over the age of 35 that has never been married or is not married is not only is she useless, but she is considered leftovers. And so my response to him was, everybody like them some leftovers the next day. Everybody knows spaghetti tastes good the next day, motherfucker. Okay. Everybody wants that seasoning sit in them beans that they put as fuck. Okay. So I didn't agree with nothing he said, and I really didn't like that the men like Mike and Elam was praising this man, talking shit about us. Like y'all kept saying he defending masculinity. It's not our job to try to demasculate y'all. It's our job to build you up, to let you know you are the man, to let you know you are the king. And I don't know what women you niggas been dealing with that don't find you a black woman, because we always standing next to y'all. Even when y'all fuck us over, we are still next to y'all. Okay, we've been doing that shit since fucking slavery. Harriet Tubman went out for fucking freedom and came back, and her nigga had got another bitch pregnant. I can't even go get you niggas freedom. Are you still gonna fuck another bitch?
Oh God!
Hey, listen. But this is a different type of freedom. That was. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jokeisha. Go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all go first. Go ahead.
It's a good point. It's a good point, Shima.
I think
okay, go ahead.
Ashima, I could drop the mic on that one. Thank you, Ashima. I think the only thing I have to say about Kevin Samuels, some things that he may have said may have been, as Mike said, him putting us on game. My biggest issue with him was his delivery, because I think a lot of times it's not what you say, is how you say it. And therefore I think how he delivered some of his messages, they just really seemed as if they were bashing. Now, what Ashima just said and referred to, I didn't hear that comment, because I think that had I heard that comment, I probably would have been totally through with Kevin Samuels, because I don't know how any African-American male can fix their mouth to talk about an African-American woman when they have or came from an African-American woman. So that I have a problem with. As far as his lifestyle, that's his lifestyle. But I do agree with what Ashima said, because that has been proven to be true in most cases. So that's just my take on Kevin Samuels. But as Elam said, I will have to say, regardless of how anyone may feel about someone, he is a man, he is a human, and he deserves that respect. And the bashing, I think I've heard people talk about him and saying cruel things about him. And I think that that's totally wrong or disrespectful.
And ain't nobody wishing no death on him. Lord knows I'm wishing no death on nobody. You are
right.
No, that's real. That's real.
Not one of them ones or them women in the comments saying, well, God don't play by black women, but I did like it.
Who the hell said that?
Somebody said that one of the Koshima was so
Somebody
crazy.
said, God don't play by black women. I didn't make
No,
did anyone say anything about the fact that he wasn't with a black woman when he left?
What does that matter?
I'm just asking. I didn't say it mattered.
No, because well, I did see the extra information that came out that he was on top of a Caucasian woman. No, that's what Bitter Betty wanted to put. Bitter Betty wanted to put that out there, but no.
Latin woman, she was on top of him.
Y'all be killing me. She wasn't black. Y'all always be trying to holler about she.
Go ahead, Elam. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Elam.
Taco. What the fuck?
Listen, my publicist has really been talking to me about not cutting people off, and I am literally trying here. This is important.
I got a question. Was it on Cinco de Mayo? Did he pass on Cinco de Mayo?
Hold your line. Let Elam speak. Elam, go ahead. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
So here's my thing, and I watched a podcast that he did with her name is Tasha. I don't know the last name, but she got short hair, pretty lady or whatever, brown skin girl. She has a popular podcast or whatever, right?
That's the girl Cardi B suing.
Huh?
She said
that's the girl that got sued by Cardi B.
Okay, then that's probably her. So she had him on her show maybe a month or two ago. Mm-hmm. And so they started off talking whatever, and one of the first things that they talked about was something that Ashima, that I'm a little disappointed in you sharing it like that, but then I want to understand what your thought process is around it, because why, when a man that is well dressed or well groomed, that's a black man, and expresses himself, why is the first line of attack? And she actually said this. She said the first line of attack to a black man to stop him in his tracks is to call him gay. And I want to understand, where does that, because right after that, just so you know, before you answer, that he emphatically was just like, nobody's ever seen me in no picture with no. He's like, I love women. Like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? And we could go down the street of, that's what he's supposed to say. But at the end of the day, why is the attack number one that the man's gay?
Well, first of all, for me, it was his mannerism. It was his mannerism. I mean, he literally, no shade, Elam, act like a sissy. I know when I heard that he had kids and had been married before, I was shocked. I had no idea this whole time he even messed with women. I thought he was a gay man trying to tell me what to do with my vagina.
Okay, so let me just share this with you. So
to say about a part of a body that he does not have. And any man is always want to tell a woman what to do with her.
He's no. See, no. You're now creating a narrative, in my opinion, because he wasn't walking around talking about a woman's vagina. He was more talking about social and economical and cultural places, but he wasn't sitting up there talking about a woman's vagina all day, every day. Don't do that, because you're minimizing.
But he has. And when I say
okay, so he has. I mean, but that's one of the topics that we were even going to bring up tonight, that some women's sex is not good. Does that make me gay? I mean, come on now. It's the conversation.
That's what I'm saying. Anytime a man tries to tell me how to use my body and what I should
do. That's not the majority of what come on, Ashima. That's not the majority of what the man talked about. Let's be real. Just because he did it, let's not do that. Let's not do that. The clips that we would see would not be about sex.
Can I add to your question then, Elam? May I add to that? I know she said mannerisms. I agree with that. But I think another thing to that is because
you're agreeing while y'all are wrong.
No. Well, listen, I can't.
You're agreeing while you're wrong, and that's okay, but you're wrong.
I can't.
Go ahead. Let her finish, Elam. Let her finish.
This is, you ask a question. This is our opinion on why we felt that way. Correct?
Okay. Correct. It's your opinion. Yes.
Okay. So there is another young man that's on social media. He's short, light skinned. I can't think of his name. He has a huge following. And from what I see, a lot of times when men try to tell women about how to dating, you know, and what Ashima is saying, trying to tell you to where it seems as if you are bashing and it's making it seem like this guy is gay. And he basically will tell you, this is how you pull a man, you know, and he'll have his man on there. So for me, with Kevin Samuels, his
as you shape the narrative
and the fact that he always spoke on, you know, it seemed as if he criticized women. He, you know, even when women would come on his
That'll
show.
be wrong. 5 years that he wasn't doing that beforehand. You only saw a clip of the recent stuff. Come on, man. Let's not put this stuff out. You said always.
People used to ask me to go live.
You said the word always. He has not his first 5+ years he was getting on men.
We'll take the word always out because we shouldn't use always and never. You're correct.
But by the time he got popular, he was dogging us out. How about that?
Because he was making comments about black women and they're not used to being held accountable. That's the reason why that it went viral. You're not used. There's nobody else on the planet that can hold you accountable. Not a white man, not a white woman, not a Hispanic woman. Nobody else can hold you accountable but a black man. And there has not been anybody sitting on these platforms holding a black woman accountable to the level that he does. And the only reason why that people got behind him, that men got behind him, because he was saying the things that we have thought, but we have not said it because of backlash. And what you're doing right now is proving it, because the first thing that y'all do is you call us gay, or you say that, oh, you're being sensitive. No, you're wrong.
Woman. I'm not even that type of woman. Just because I don't like a man, I'm not going to go and say he gay. Just because I like a man, I ain't even going to go say he got a little penis. Kevin Samuels seems to be gay to me. Elam, you cannot tell me you ain't look at that man and think that man wasn't gay.
Dude, people have said the same thing about me. I've been in that boat before, like for real. Listen, you know, no, watch this. I'm going to say this on the, do you know the first phrase that my wife walked up to me and said? Her first phrase to me was this, and it was a running joke forever. She said, you know what? Do you like girls? That was her first statement to me in life. You know why that was? Because I wasn't paying attention to her like everybody else was. Okay, she wasn't used to that. All right, I dressed well, and I was groomed, and so you automatically assume dressed well, groomed, doesn't look at me. Oh, he must be gay. Come on, dude, like get out of here with that.
Okay, I think that's
get out of here with that.
That's a personal issue because
this is groomed black men. You're not a black man. You are not a black man, so therefore you cannot speak towards the space that a black man like myself has gone through life. And just because you're groomed, and just because you look nice, and just because you don't pay attention to the pussy that normally people run for, they automatically think that you're gay. That's bullshit, yo. You can't have that.
Elam, just like you said, you are not a black man. You are not a black woman.
Come on,
okay?
He spoke from the black man's perspective, and that's what you don't like.
As I was going to say, I know plenty of black men that dress well. Plenty of them.
All right.
Plenty of them.
Okay.
And have dated them. So I don't think that it's fair for you.
So your gaydar was off. What's next?
No, it was not.
Your gaydar is off. No. So assuming that the man, let's go past the fact. We can argue that
black type Mike dresses well, and I've never looked at him.
Assuming that your gaydar is off, what's the next thing you're gonna say?
Let me interject.
What's the next thing you can say?
Tight Mike, answer the question truthfully. Does Kevin Samuel have gay mannerisms? Yes or no?
This is not, but the man was way bigger than that. Y'all got that? That's assumptions. Sorry.
Let me finish. There you go. That's
it. I gotta hit mute.
Round up already. First 5 minutes, my dog round up. Now, Ashima will answer your question, and it ain't just Kevin Samuels. It's it's a guilty by association type thing. Any well-dressed man from Atlanta is gonna get that stigma put on him. So yes, my thing was in the beginning, but it might be a little because he was too perfect, too smooth, too right. And then you have
you did.
Right. So then, but
that's beyond that though. That's
right. So once I got to know him and start watching the videos, I'm like, no, because Buddy always seemed to be with a bad chick. Now hear me. I got 2 points. The first one is this: always that well-dressed man. I'm watching. You got to pay attention. He overdoing it. But ladies, y'all love the gay dudes. Y'all will listen to the gay dude opinion before anybody else's opinion. A lot of times, like every black female I know, 9 out of 10 of them, best buddy or got a friend in the clique that's a gay dude for whatever reason. So this particular man did not. Hey, Dr. Lauren.
Sorry, that wrong thing. My bad. I'm just clicking on stuff. Y'all done got me mad. Shit.
We should not have you mad.
No.
Because man, like, can we get off of that? Let's get to the point. See, Mike, this is how they shape the narrative. We're going down a street that has nothing to do with the majority of what this man was, right?
Right.
So why are we sitting up here talking about? We don't know whether the man was gay.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we talking about it? Let's talk about the words that he spoke, Mike. Did he speak, Mike? Did he speak to you, Mike?
Did he speak to me and motivate me in some way? Yes.
Yes.
What was it that Kevin Samuels did tell me, how did he hold us accountable? Name one thing he did. That's what I want to know.
He held you accountable in several different ways, not you per se.
I'm saying women. What was it?
Black women. What he said about black women, he chose to use the word value a lot. He used the word value and what you should value and things that you value and how you get a high value man and how you're in a high value relationship. Like men that make over 200,000 or 300,000. This is how you get them. And they're not interested in women who make 200,000 already. They're interested in women that they can shape and mold. It's not about their money. And to me, I think that's where I am in life. Like I'm dating out here now, and I meet women that make 65,000 and think they can run my whole life.
So why does it have to be?
You don't even want to take nobody out for dinner.
I do take certain people out for dinner, but I got caught in Atlanta, and I bought a grown man a fish sandwich because he was dressed up like a woman. But I had to change that, right? But that's that's another story.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't mind now.
I don't want to tell that story. Nobody, don't you say that.
Hey, but what's so funny, Shim, was he had the long hair. He had the long hair just like you and boots on and all that, but he had his back turned. And so I just automatically paid for the food without even looking at the face. And dude turned around and said, "Appreciate it."
But listen, let's go into the answering of your question, Ashima. Ashima.
No, the answering of your question. Go ahead, Elam. No, I didn't. I ain't never seen it no more.
That's stupid, y'all.
I'm sorry. That just happened. I had to break the ice, but that did happen to me.
Married now.
No,
but here let me bring it back, because here's the thing. To answer your question, Ashima, of how did he hold black women accountable? Let's just go with what made him viral. What made him go viral is that video that he did with the young lady, and she said that she was like an 8 or something like that, and she made like $100,000, and he was just like, no. That's first of all, let's start off with the fact that high value was not developed by Kevin Samuels. Let's start there. And he actually talked about that in the interview that I was watching with Tasha. He said, I didn't come up with that, but I do use it. Right. So let's start there. So that's the first piece. And as he was speaking with the young lady, and he broke her down, and I'm just going to be real. She was not an 8 by no means. Okay. Let's start there. All right. Listen, you asked me the question.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with my brother Kevin and say that no, you were not an 8. Okay.
Right.
The fact of what you bring to the table, you can call it high value. You can call it. We can just take the mama's boys and the folks in a certain sector of life. We're just going to talk about men who are like about their business and trying to make sure that things are taken care of. We'll just call those that type of men, right? The Mikes of the world or the Elams of the world. We don't give a damn about how much money you make. And that's so real. When he said that, we don't care about your table to the table. Do we not want to, at 45 years old, do I not want to take somebody and pluck them from way down and bring them up? No, I would like for them to have a little something, but I don't care about your table. I don't care whether you make 100,000, $500,000. It doesn't matter what you make, because you know what? I got this and I got you, because as I'm signing up for you, I got this. So if you're bringing it if you're coming to the plate with, just because of your look and you make this amount of money, we're looking at you like, do you know who I am? First of all, I'm a black man in America. So number one, like I do have the pick of the litter. I do. And if I'm making a certain amount of money, I do have it. That's the way we really think. And we just don't say it to you, but that's the way we know we got the pick of the litter. So we're like, okay, your look, I can get that anywhere. Your money, I can make that. How do you make me feel? Mm-hmm. Let's go to what really matters, because every woman thinks that her vagina turns into sunshine. So miss me with your head and the pussy. Throw that over there. Okay, so that's not going to keep me either. How do you make me feel? Now keep that maintained, but how do you make me feel? We know that's the. It doesn't matter. Joe, keep not like it. That's the way we think.
I wasn't shaking my head at you. I was shaking my head.
Most men do not want to open their mouths and say it. So what did he do? He brought it to the forefront. Yo, don't nobody care about the way you look like that because I can get that. Don't nobody care about the money that you make. I can get that. Okay, how do you make me feel? And black women, unfortunately, there is nobody has held black women to that level, other than probably I'd say Malcolm X and a couple of other people. They have not held black women to the point of, you know what? You got to come to the table with more than just what's between your legs and your looks. And that's could he have said it better? Yes. Could he have been more respectful with his delivery? I can agree with that. That's the place that I do agree. He could have said it more respectful.
But when you saying you don't want the coochie and the looks, but then when we bring our education to the table, when we bring our money and our careers to the table, you still saying that's not enough. How you want me to make you feel? You want me to downplay myself so you can feel like a goddamn king?
No. That's not what the high value man. The high value.
I'm a 10, really. So
okay, that's great. But guess what? You're 10. Ashima, you are a very attractive lady. I know you got it going on. You know what I'm saying? Like your paper straight and all that. Guess what? That's like in addition to. That's not the primary for us. I don't need a trophy chick and I don't need your money. Right? So after we push that to the side, it's like, how do you make me feel? We don't normally say that.
Control, Joe Keetra. They want a woman they can control.
See, even when we bring up words like control, let me tell you something. What structure has ever existed that has produced something or that is longevity that does not have a level of control? You're cool with working for a company that does that. You're cool with calling. Here's the thing. You are you're comedian, right? So guess what? When you're trying to get a gig, what do you have to do? You have to call into and go up the structure. The control that you can't just call the top person, right? You got to go through why are you okay with that with your 9 to 5? But then inside of a marriage, if there's a structure that exists, it's got to be controlled. Like, come on, that doesn't go together.
You can't control you can't control a 9 to 5.
Okay, well then, and that's why everybody can't be married, because if you're going to be in a marriage, you're going to have some level of control that's going to be given to you. Okay. Period.
I think Elam. Well, first I want to say, I was not disagreeing with you. I was laughing at something that Type Mike did when he called it. Yes.
I caught the head and the coochie you were throwing out. When you threw it out, I caught it.
Because, as I said before, Kevin Samuels may have made a lot of valid points. My problem with him was his delivery. Now, what you are saying, I think there are several different things that have to come into play with a lot of what you said. You know, because when you talked about,
well, who is this? Oh, do we have to kick somebody out naked? Hey, I'm waiting on you. Do y'all see that? Y'all don't see that. This is somebody. We got to block the user. Somebody just doing too much.
That's that man Type Mike.
I would show it, but I don't want to give them any airplay. So let me block this. I was looking at some comments. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
That's not right.
But I think for me, when you talk about Kevin Samuels said what most black men would want to say, we just aren't listening, or to hold us accountable. I think that in this whole dating pool, when you say, I am this type of man, I'm a high value man, I bring this to the table, I bring that to the table. I don't think that men, for the most part, care about what a woman makes. But then when you talk about the whole trophy wife, there are a lot of men that do want trophy wives. You got professional athletes that are African-American men that when they get to a certain status, you know, or even some entertainers, they forget about those women that made them feel good because they have to be in the public eye, and they do want a trophy wife. That's why you have so many women trying to be these Instagram models and that sort of thing. So I think that you have to factor some of all of that into play too.
And when did y'all black men? I didn't realize y'all was so mad at us until Kevin Samuels came out. Y'all just been like, yeah, he been saying what we been saying for years. It's like, when y'all niggas couldn't talk to us?
Watch this. Okay, may I answer that question? Let me answer that question with this statement right here. Okay. Because you know what? No. When it comes to our views, the reason why you can laugh and the reason why that you just didn't know is because at the end of the day, like, just like how his career started and he was coming at the men and nobody said nothing during that time, right? But it's once he turned that corner and held women accountable, particularly black women, they were like, oh, you got to be bashing women. Number one, the man grew up with just around women, with his mother and his sister. Whoa. Before, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is the reason why we can't have a conversation. You're actually validating what I'm saying. Okay. But let's go for it, because you were saying that he hates women, he loves his mother, and he has a daughter. Okay? So let's go there. And so, if we eliminate the fact of what your thought process is of that he hates women, if we eliminate the fact that, that he's homosexual, okay? So now let's look over at the point of what the man would be saying. Okay, and that's the reason why Joe Keetra's head dropped just then. Y'all saw that? Because here's the thing: that's what happens. That's what happens with women. That's what happens with some women right now. You name one person before Kevin Samuels in the past 20 years that has gotten on these airwaves and has said things in regard to black women and stuck with it, never bowed down. You couldn't find no real dirt on the person, right? Name one person. I'll wait.
I want you to stop thinking for
me. No. Name the person.
Stop, please. Stop.
Stop with what? Stop with what?
Thinking for me. I went down to look.
And you name the person. Now that we get past that, name one person. You can't do it.
Name one person that what?
Okay, which is why you weren't paying attention. So I'm glad this was recorded. So you weren't paying attention to what I'm saying, and that's what it is. For the audience that's listening, notice how she didn't even pay attention to what I was saying. Because the information I was sharing with her during that moment, she doesn't like it. And that's what happens that we know of as black men, that y'all don't pay attention when we start sharing our feelings. You was just like, what'd you say? And you're on a whole podcast. You didn't even understand what I said.
You were asking a question. You weren't sharing your feelings. So again,
bottom line is, no. Don't try to pick it apart. In other words, I was speaking and you weren't paying attention. So at the end of the day, that is a microcosm of exactly what happens out here. And you just showed it, and it's now recorded. I'm going to go back and play this clip so many times because what she just did, black men, I want to share with you right now. I see you not pay attention to us, and that is exactly what's been happening all these years. You don't want to pay attention to us.
We don't want to hear you talk about
do you see what I'm saying? Do you see this is called, what did he always say? Shame, blame, and deflection. Okay, so now you want to shame me by saying, oh, I need an air hug? No, you didn't pay attention, just like the rest of y'all didn't. And once the man started standing up and speaking, y'all didn't like it. And the first thing you're going to say is, oh, he's gay. Oh, I don't like the delivery. Once we peel those back, what was he saying?
What was the question?
Because on average, your man agrees with it.
Name a person. Right. What was the question, please?
Name a person that stood up in the last 20 years like Kevin Samuels has and put black women on alert, basically, and they hold them accountable.
I was trying to go to my phone to look because
you went to the red phone.
There is a TikTok where there is an African American female that holds African American accountable and is talking about how women dress, how about sex. Man. I'm gonna try to find it. You can't tell me, Elam, because I'm sure that there is someone. I think that the reason why
you just don't know them. Yes, there is somebody on the 7.5 billion people on the planet. Yes, you are right, Joe Keetra. You just don't happen to know that person.
You know what, Elam? Go ahead.
So he's the only person that's done it.
In your opinion, he may be the only.
There's 4 people on the phone. Can somebody give an answer? Because I don't have one. I'm out and you out, Joe Keetra. Ashima, Mike, who you got?
I'd say Kevin Samuels and Jesus, but mostly Kevin Samuels. Hey, what I want to do is say your mic is loud.
No, we can't think of nobody that bashed black women the way he did. I'm sorry. I can't think of nobody off the top of my head in the
what is
years
that dude
who wanted
name?
to tell me that I wasn't good enough. I need to lose weight. Ain't no man gonna want to be with me if I have more than one kid. No, I can't think of nobody that don't tell me that bullshit. Because that was a bunch of bullshit. That is an opinion. They like assholes. Everybody got one.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna find the TikTok and send it to you, Elam.
And so, and as far as black women, we listen to you, men. We are the backbone. We are your rib. We are
Stop.
your
Can you miss me with that? Because that's not the topic of discussion of what rib. And yes, we know that black men came from you. After we throw that away, because y'all love to throw that out there like it's a badge of honor. First of all, it got in there not by itself. Are you the oven that baked it? Yes, but you don't have a baby by yourself.
I never said I did.
Okay, so we don't just come from you.
I didn't say that.
Yes, this is recorded. This is recorded. Yes, you did.
I said we was your real, we was your backbone, we are your strength, is what I said.
But in the beginning, about 20 minutes ago, you said we come from you.
Well,
he came from a black woman, so I don't know why he bashed him.
I carried the goddamn baby, so it do come from me. How about that? All you did,
but it didn't get there by itself. But once we move past that, because that's not the topic of the
work. I did most of the work.
You know what? Yesterday was Mother's Day. I want to take a moment and be respectful and say, thank you, Ashima. Thank you, Ashima. Thank you. I appreciate you as a woman. Yesterday was Mother's Day. I want to be very respectful of that. Yes, the closest thing to death other than sleep is you having a baby. You got that. I don't have a uterus. I'm sorry. I was made with testicles and sperm. And without my sperm, you can't have that baby. But as we move forward, okay, I thank you for what you did and what you continue to do, because the mom's work is on a whole nother level. And so this is not about that.
Baby, I got to feed the baby from my breast and every goddamn thing else. All you did was fuck and lay there.
But this is the reason why it's difficult to have the conversation, because we dial back to certain things that are biological. And so only your biology matters. My biology doesn't matter. So just like when women walk around.
Respect on my biology.
I respect it. I respect it. I mean, listen, most of the circle of people that I believe you run in, that we would run in on this podcast, we run in a circle of mostly like people who are going to have respect for black women. I'm just going to go there. I can't speak for the bums and the disrespectful people with their pants hanging off their ass. I can't do that, right? I'm just going to say that we respect you and understand that. What I'm sharing with you is that, again, if we go back to the initial conversation of when he went viral, he held a black woman accountable that was not popping the way she thought that she was. And most of us thought it. We agreed that our black man, we were just like, no, she's not popping. Okay. So why are you thinking that you're going to go with a certain level of man? Here's the thing. When you sign up for a certain type of man, you got to be able to sign up for that type of man and be able to qualify. She didn't qualify. She qualifies to be with a good dude. She just didn't qualify for the level of man that she thought she probably qualified for. And we bought it.
Is this a credit check?
Yes, it's the same way. Don't you do it? Wait. You're a woman, and guess what? You only accept certain people into your body. Isn't there a qualification for a Ashima? Why is there a qualification good for you to enter you?
I need you to use another word.
What?
It sound like I'm filling out a goddamn application.
A man has to qualify to have sex with you. Yes or yes?
So does a woman have to qualify?
No. Does a man have to qualify to have sex with you? Yes or yes?
Certain requirements with a man. Certain
requirements. So why can you have requirements but I can't? Let's look at the word, people. Let's use the word. There are qualifications to have sex with Joe Keetra. Yes or yes?
Absolutely.
So why is there not qualifications for a man?
You can have.
Do you have qualifications? Do you?
Absolutely. Everybody does and should. And if you don't, then we need to have another conversation. But guess what?
That is not the case.
That didn't meet your qualifications.
Absolutely. It's called a one-night stand. Okay, I knew what I was doing. Yes, I can sign up for that and say yes. But at the end of the day, she wasn't coming home to my mother. She wasn't coming home to that. So, I mean, what y'all talking about right now? We can have qualifications too. That's the reason why.
For women, I think for us, we still have qualifications for one night stands.
Bottom line is, why when I say why were you triggered by that word qualification, Ashima?
It was just
when you have them.
It was just the way you saying it, almost like you got to approve me, like I'm seeking some damn approval from you or something.
So has a man not gotten approval before you gave him the booty?
No. When you say qualified,
you didn't answer the question.
I ain't think we just talking about having sex, because I done had sex with a motherfucker.
Having sex, getting with you, committed, all of the above. Have we dropped down? We're not going to go to the drop. He's so stupid. We're not going to go to the bottom of the barrel on the one night stands. We're going to say on average, if you dating somebody, isn't there a qualification prior to them having relations with you?
Yes, it's certain things that I want you to have.
So why is there a problem when a man says it? I'm so glad that this is recorded, because we're going to be able to go back and look at the fact that you didn't like the fact of the same word that you have in your life for people sleeping with you. But when a man says it, it's a problem.
It's the way you saying it. She got to qualify to be with me.
Don't you say it like that to yourself? Doesn't somebody have to qualify to be with Ashima? I mean, what the fuck? What are we doing right now?
It's the same thing. Delivery.
Yeah,
in other words, we're not talking about nothing. We can move on to the next topic, because it's been
push on right here. These last 5 minutes, we're gonna push forward.
This is why black men don't say anything, because we're gonna get called gay, and it's gonna get minimized. Or it's gonna get deflected. And if everybody, I want all of y'all to go back and listen to this podcast, you will notice that they did one of three things. They deflected, they shamed, or they blamed. But the reason why that we won't it's not okay for us to have a standard. And the reason why that Kevin Samuels was speaking, and only thing I did was try to minimize it. But you didn't say that what he was saying was wrong.
You are not being 100% accurate in that, in terms.
That's why it's recorded. This was recorded.
Yeah, and I think that you need to replay it back, and you need to.
No, you need to replay it back.
I will, because I think I remember admitting that I know plenty of African American men that dress well that are not gay.
It's plenty of them in my family. And to speak on what Elam's saying, that black women we don't like for y'all to say nothing, or y'all can't speak y'all emotions. I guess that's what you were saying. You goddamn right. We don't want to hear that shit.
Thank you. I'd rather you say that.
For y'all, and as much shit as y'all do to us, you fuck other bitches and all this other shit that you do. Now nobody want to hear nothing about your goddamn feelings.
Thank you. But thank you. Let's start somewhere. See, now we can heal, Ashima. You see, now we can heal. Let's go to the bottom line. Thank you for somebody. I respect you, Ashima. I respect you, because somebody finally said exactly. See, that's how y'all be thinking. You know what? He's kind of right, but you know what? After all, y'all, thank you, Ashima. Yeah, now we can start somewhere.
Because I mean, y'all, I'm not saying every man is bad. I'm not saying every man cheats. God knows I'm not. But y'all niggas be putting us the fuck through it, and
that does not mean does that.
We still stick by y'all. So at the end of the day, no, motherfucker, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing.
Okay, and I'm so glad you said it. So guess what? Let's just imagine that Mike and Elam were the ones that put y'all through the GD thing, right? So my son, that's 27, my son, that's 21. If you had to say to him, you know what? I get where y'all coming from, but this is what we've been through. But they're still feeling something. So speak to that person who hasn't done that. Speak to that person. Come on.
I have to admit to you, I am a woman. I'm in therapy now because I have a hard time with the emotional man. I can't deal. I cannot date. I cannot deal with no
emotional man. You see how you minimize this?
Cry around me unless your mama die. Other than that, I don't want to hear that shit. Work it out. Figure it out. Man up.
You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like, do you know the message that you're sending right now? So you'll say that. Wait, you have a son, Ashima. You're going to tell your son, listen, don't cry, don't feel no emotion.
I'm working on it.
Okay, that's fair.
Crying. Don't come to me with all that goddamn crying. We gonna figure this shit out. I'm liable to punch you in the chest, man. I'm serious. And you know what?
Ashima, this is what
I was raised by a strong black mama that I didn't see her want a motherfucker for nothing, you know. And I'm not saying that that's the right thing. I'm working.
We all came up in that, so I feel you on that. We all came up in that same society, so I feel you on that.
No, we all didn't. Don't speak for everybody. Don't say all.
We came up in the society.
Yeah. I'm nurturing. Lord knows I can be nurturing as hell. I love on you, rub on you, tell you you're the man, you this, you that. And I don't want to hear no bullshit. I don't want to hear no whining. I don't want to hear no crying. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so Bobby Gaines said we are not mad at our sisters. And he said y'all need hold on. He said y'all need to calm down.
I think you might not be in tight mic, but Elam, I don't know about. I'm on the fence a little bit after.
Okay, you know what his comment? He said we've gotten nothing accomplished tonight.
We have not.
I'm gonna agree with him.
But you know what?
I'm gonna agree with him.
But what it tells me is we do need to have more dialogue.
Ooh, let's keep on going. Hold on, Disco Rick. Hold on. Uh-oh.
I don't need no anxiety medicine. I need a bun.
Oh, that's anxiety medicine. Same thing.
Hold on. Wait. hold on. Wait. There you go. Come on. These are men talking, saying, "Hey, we have." See that. The only thing I want to share here is that I don't think that it's fair for our men as we move forward to keep putting out here this machismo factor of you want us to be able to communicate with you, you want us to be able to open up to you and love on you, and at the same time, don't feel no emotion. That does not make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. And was I brought up in that society? Yes. Was Mike brought up in that same society? Yes. That's how we were all taught, but it was wrong for that message to be sent.
I can agree with that, but as I was saying, this proves to me that we do need to continue to have dialogue, and it needs to be respectful dialogue. Because one thing that I can say, Elam, you talked about us. You know, even if we did shame, deflect, or whatever, you didn't have to come back with that. You know, and the way that you came back with it. So in order for us to have effective dialogue, it can't be the tit for tat, or when you think that someone is going this way for you to make a comment, because you were making comments about me that were not factual, as if you were sitting here next to me, and that's not factual. So it made me feel some kind of way, because I'm like, okay, now why that brother?
But you weren't listening, and that's what we're saying. You weren't listening to what I was saying.
You're not listening because you're talking while I'm talking. And what happened in that moment, I heard you ask the question, the initial part of the question when you said name one person. I didn't hear the other half, but you just went ahead and said, well, she wasn't listening at all. No, that's not the case. And so when I ask you to repeat it, you refuse to repeat it. How can you have effective dialogue if you have already just said, oh, well, she wasn't listening. So, you know, I don't want to repeat the question.
And it was a matter of timing, because when you dropped your head, your feature, I saw you on the phone. Your phone's red. You dropped to look at your phone.
My phone's not red.
When Elam looked, turned up, well, that was your lipstick. It's your lipstick. Well, I saw you looking at your phone. And then, but it was timely, because that's when Elam looked over at you. He's like, and she dropped her head now. She's not paying attention now, which it just simultaneously happened. But that's okay.
Right.
That's all right. He didn't mean to come at you like that. So don't take it like
that. Because I'll say this has happened in past relationships that I have had. We have tried to have a conversation, but someone got emotional. The temperatures, you know, our voice escalated, and then we didn't accomplish anything. And in relationships, you can't accomplish anything when two people are going at each other and they are not listening, you know, and being respectful. So that's what has happened tonight.
Okay, so why does that?
I think that I am just such a strong and have such a strong personality, and I'm very independent. I just have never been able to deal with the emotional man. I can't go with the back and forth.
All men are emotional. Stop weaponizing the word emotion. We're built of hormones. Like what? Y'all don't even make y'all. You could, man. Listen, y'all weaponize the word emotional for men. We all have emotions. If I love you, Ashima. I'm your man. I love you. Isn't that an emotion?
Yeah, you can give me that.
Does that now make me an emotional man? Like, how many emotions are okay? 1, 2. So I can love you, which is an emotion and an action.
Okay, but I just don't like
what comes after that?
It's like you
gotta cut the grass. I don't understand.
You did this to be like whiny like emotion. Maybe I should.
Oh, you mean like you have thoughts?
Type of emotion that I.
Oh yeah, you mean you have feelings? Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. A whole human shouldn't have feelings because our grandfathers and our great-great-grandfathers did not express the way they felt.
They just
went the status quo and
fuck other bitches on the other side of town.
And exactly. So what we're saying is we don't want to go do and have a whole nother family around the corner. We're trying to talk to you and tell you that we got something the way we feel. And when we do that, we're called emotional. So you know what? Let me be quiet and go back to the chick around the corner. Let me do that. So we damned if we do and we damned if we don't. You cannot have both. Pick a struggle.
But at the end of the day, my bills is paid, and I ain't got to hear your mouth. Go on.
But Elam, let me say.
Oh my God! I'm so glad that was recorded. I'm so glad that was recorded. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that you know what, Ashima, I appreciate you. I really do. Sorry, Jokisha, go ahead.
But can I say this? Because I'm sure that there are some women that could attest. There have been times when we have allowed for men to be emotional, and all of those things, and he still has stepped out and cheated. So you can't really say, oh, well, you wouldn't let me be emotional. They let him be all of those things. And he still stepped out. So when you made the comment.
Stop.
Let her finish.
No, go ahead.
Emotional man. Emotional man.
That doesn't hurt me. Because I'm just admitting something that we all are. We're emotional creatures. Period.
And we agree.
Men are emotional. We're actually probably more emotional than a woman.
Oh,
how about that?
In some cases,
you know what I'm saying? So, and it does that. If I have, so you didn't answer this question. It's okay for me to love you to life unconditionally. Doesn't that take emotion?
Yes, we know that. Come on now.
So cut it off after that.
See, right here, what you're doing, emotion.
It doesn't matter. Cut it off right after that. I'm saying, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Isn't there a song that says emotions make you cry sometimes?
Yeah. All right.
Make you fall in love.
There you go.
But the difference is
I'm glad we can have a candid conversation about it. But
this emotional with Ashima, she gonna punch him in the chest.
I'm saying, man, like, yeah.
To her credit, she said she was in therapy.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Bobby got something to say. Hold on. Hold on. So there go Bobby right there. Who is Bobby Gaines? Is that?
Listen,
I don't want the people to think he's
who Bobby Gaines is. Bobby Gaines.
Hold on. Bobby not done. Hold on. Here go Rick. Hold on. Rick said, "See what I'm saying?
I know
these gentlemen. See
both of those gentlemen, and those are great black men. So Bobby Gaines was just my H-Town. He's a DJ. So he was my DJ at my Stills and Slide. And Rick Cotton is my church member. So what up, Bobby? And Rick,
to answer your question, Rick, I am not angry at all. I'm just emotional. And
no, you're not.
Gaines, yes, I have been hurt. I have. Been. And so I'm dealing with hurt in therapy. I'm dealing with abandonment and all type of shit. So this is just where I am right now.
That's good that you can recognize that. And Bobby, I appreciate you, man. And Rick, too, as well, the Tallahassee guys. Me and Bobby been friends since high school, 10th grade. And he's a DJ for my radio show, too, and my traveling DJ for the comedy show.
There we go.
My man, DJ Twofold, got to shout him out. Alpha Entertainment. But to bridge the gap, Ashima lives in Atlanta, where the population is, and I gotta say it's very slim for straight black men. Am I correct in saying that?
You are.
Elam might be one of 7 that I know. That's a straight black man in Atlanta. So she's in a particular situation.
Well, I got emotions, so I don't know what is that. What is my scale?
You can't get her, but she be done pop you in the chest at the restaurant. She be done pop you.
We would have been had a fight if we was in a relationship. I couldn't hear his ass. I'd be like, okay.
But didn't they
until that bedroom door closed.
That's how I deal with the emotions. Let's just have sex and get it over with.
You know what? Joe Cucci was going to say something. Then we'll go to this last question.
I just thought about it. I don't want to say it because it was negative.
Okay.
And God.
Okay, we're going to stay positive. All right. Well, then we'll pivot at this point. Yeah. We said everything we could about the late Kevin Samuels, and we'll probably revisit that going down the road. There was a situation. There was a situation that arose, and I really wanted all three of y'all opinion. I'm gonna try to keep y'all all to 2 minutes. Okay. Is there such a thing as bad sex? Like Elam mentioned, he had some. He ran across a young lady, had some dry coochie, and I have too. And dry coochie just mean you're not into it. Ladies, have y'all been in a situation with some bad sex? And what is considered bad sex?
Can I go first, Joe Keidra? Because I'm
sure.
You can take my minutes.
Bad sex is a little dick, number one. Bad sex is a little dick, number two. Bad sex is a little dick, number three. Y'all want to hear number four?
We think it's 1 through 3. For some reason, I think it's 1 through 3. Okay, so the size does matter.
Most definitely.
I don't think so.
For me and my cooch.
Okay.
We like the big boys. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good preference. Yes, we definitely
like. But what's a big boy? What's a big boy to you?
I don't know. You and Elam ain't got it. I know that. I can look at your noses and tell y'all ain't got what I'm looking for.
Now you're just making an assumption, man. I'm trying to respect.
No, I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking.
Okay, shit. I'm just saying. You can't throw a hot dog down the hallway. Anyway.
No, let me stop.
So most men know.
Let me stop being a comedian for a minute because
6 to 9, 0 to 6. What's a big boy?
I mean, a big boy is like 9. But let me just say this though. Let me stop being a comedian for a minute because it ain't like I just gotta have Moby Dick every time. Bad sex can be a little piece, but bad sex can also be where you're not emotionally. Because right now, at this point in my life, I do have to have some type of connection with you. Like you just
made Elam Point. You just made Elam Point. You know that, right?
But I said I used to be able to have casual sex, but like right now at 42,
you gotta like them. You gotta like them a little bit.
Because I got my shit in my room and shit I don't want to have to deal with. You know what I mean? So I really gotta like you to entertain you like that.
I got you. All right, my phone.
Kevin Samuels used to always ask the man if he had a big penis. Y'all remember that? When he was interviewing a man, he would ask them that. Huh?
I said, ain't that something a straight man asks?
Yeah, that is a questionable question. I would never ask that to Elam. You're absolutely right.
So Elam, did you recall him ever asking men if they had a big penis?
Yes, he did.
Sorry?
Huh?
I'm sorry?
I said, do you ever recall? See, I don't mind repeating the question because I thought you were listening. Maybe you just didn't hear me. But do you ever recall Kevin Samuels asking men if they had a big penis?
I don't recall ever hearing anything like that. Why would that be of significance?
Okay.
Here's the why we thought he was gay.
Yeah, he definitely did ask
maybe that's something. I mean, when you do your relationship counseling, is that something that you ask the male when you're doing couples counseling if he has a big penis?
Let me tell you the reason why that I would never ask that question. Because the average male penis is 5.2 inches erect.
Oh,
okay?
Lord.
I'm sorry. Yeah. See, stats. Y'all don't like stats.
I'm listening.
No, you don't like stats. So knowing that, and that's less.
Male penis.
The average male penis, you can Google it, is 5.2 inches hard.
That's black male included.
That's the average male. Period. So a black, white, mandingo, or somebody else, right? So with that being said. Understanding that piece, number one. Then number two, understanding that to Ashima's point earlier, the grace that women do offer to men that might happen to come up short. And I'd say I've normally heard your peers talk about a dinner fork. He at least needs to be a dinner fork, which is probably the 8 to 9 inches that you're speaking of of Ashima. Okay. So with that being said, knowing that I have a plethora of females whose men don't hit that mark, right? But because of the chemistry between them, because of the love that happens between them, that they're not thinking about the 5.2 because maybe they're dealing with it.
It's 5.
I know. In other words, I was correct. So whether it's the 3 inches or whether it's the dinner fork, or whether it's, I also have I have actually more female friends that say, I don't want no man with no 12 inches because he's not going to tear my insides up and mess me up, right? So I think that the median that I found for most women is somewhere around that dinner forkish 7-8 inches. Really, you can put some pain down and still, continue forward and maybe hit it the next day without her insides being toe out. Because at the end of the day, women be talking all that trash, but you cannot handle somebody pounding you every day, all day. You can't handle it. Stop it.
I can handle it. I don't know about nobody else. I can handle it.
Okay.
Hey, what's your social media again?
Yeah. Joe Keisha, can you handle somebody that's pounding you all day?
Excuse me, you can't speak for all women.
I'm asking you.
And I'm not going to share that.
Okay, thank you. So what I went with the stats of the women that I know, that most of them say that they can't handle that. But let's just say that you can. All right. So what happened inside of the conversation when Ashima was speaking is that she put the blame on the man. And what I'm sharing with you is, as a man that has only slept with women, okay, there are women whose stuff is not up to par. And guess what? The thing that used to piss me off, especially when it comes to oral sex as well, is that nobody's given them the feedback before. Because most women think that men just want to stick their stuff in a wet hole. That's not enough. There needs to be performance that happens after that as well. So, one thing I always, I remember about 5 episodes back. What did you say, Ashima? Only thing I do is just lay to the side. See, that right there would piss me off.
No angels.
And I would be pissed off. Okay, that right there is not acceptable. Okay, it needs to be, and I get it. And so here's the thing: not to you, but just to some. And this goes back to my man Kevin. There's not a lot of men that will stand up in front of a woman and say, just because you're attractive, like for real. What I always tell men to do: close your eyes while she's riding you. That will tell you whether or not, a lot of times, whether she really's got a skill set or not. Close your eyes while she's giving you head. That'll really tell you whether she's really got a skill set or not. Just because that you place yourself on me, that's not enough. You got to have some performance behind it.
What are you doing or thinking when your eyes are closed?
Because when you close your eyes, biologically, you can feel better. You feel that if you close your eyes right now and go like this with your skin, you actually feel more than when your eyes are open. That's biological. You can Google that. So that's why I tell people, when you close your eyes, you feel your skin, your body feels more. That's why people who are blind can hear better. All your other senses peak up. So the way you feel gets bigger when you close your eyes. So I say, men, because sex is 90% mental and 10% physical, you're looking at this amazingly beautiful woman and you're just like, oh, okay. Oh, it's so good. Close your eyes.
Okay, can I?
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Because then you can really see what the skill. Go ahead, Mike. Mike, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Joe Keisha. I'm listening to you.
What are you thinking?
You're not thinking about that. You're just thinking about how it feels. That's what he's saying.
Oh,
you focus on the feeling now.
You're not thinking about another woman or.
No, that's y'all be thinking about Idris Elba and all them other people.
Okay, no, I mean, I know when I was married, I was thinking about how I was gonna arrange the house the next day. I was thinking about what I didn't get.
That wasn't good sex. That wasn't good sex. If you think about it.
It was horrible.
Oh, she said.
And can I also defend my bedroom game since Rick Cotton?
Thank you. Violation of man code 001. Men don't ask other men about their man pole.
Yeah, when y'all was asking about Kevin, like, men don't do that. That's what I'm saying.
Kevin did. But Kevin did.
He definitely did it. He definitely did it. But it was in a way.
That's okay to you though. That ain't no gay tendency to you though. Right?
Oh, okay. So that means that okay.
He violated man code 001.
But it was more that went along with it. It wasn't just he just asked about the
he asked man about his penis under certain circumstances. Gotcha.
He was very adamant about it. He asked multiple times.
He asked somebody to send a picture. I saw.
Wow.
I don't know about that part.
But
yeah.
But what were you saying, Elam or Mike?
What I'm saying is
to defend my bedroom game since Elam seems to think I just only lay there and don't do anything. I do.
You said you made snow angels. That's some terrible sex.
That's what I'm saying. Like this came from you. You said
I earned the fact to lay there and make them snow angels, and I ain't got to go into detail about it, but ain't nobody complaining.
Okay. Hey. If anybody sleep with anybody and I look up and they making snow angels, if I look up and you making snow angels,
I don't want no damn. I don't want no snow angels. I don't want that.
Yeah, I'm in my goddamn 42 years old. Ain't nobody trying to be sitting up having no porn star sex all damn night. You don't take all that.
You can delete her from this podcast.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying right here. Like the fact that you even sat there and said that, he got to come with it.
Okay,
but he got to come with it.
I would have to say,
you know what I'm saying?
Every time,
I think that when you find your mate will bring out things in you that you have never experienced.
Or not, because Ashima's not going to do nothing. She's just going to make snow angels. So, I mean,
I think that when Ashima finds the one, and I also think that when you marry someone, you should be willing to explore every possible thing in terms of sex, every position, every,
I ain't having no anal sex.
You should be willing to explore that. I think
I ain't having no anal sex,
well, I think for me because I
but the bedroom is undefiled. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like
let him finish. Let him finish.
Yes, I can't have.
I don't know. I think for me, since I had such a horrible sex life when I was married, I can't wait to get remarried and have the best sex that I can possibly have.
But do women know that they are an active participant in whether the sex is good or not?
Of course we know that.
No. Because a lot of times when it's bad, it's kind of like it's bad because of him. Like, do women know that your sex might not be that good?
I think that women, we both know that. We both.
No. I'm gonna tell. Can I give you a real scenario, real example? Seriously, honestly speaking, 2 Christmases ago, I was at a friend's house. We'll go unnamed, and it was about 7 of us there, right? It was about maybe 3 guys, and the rest were women, right? And so we got on this topic about sex, right? And I said, well, you know what? Women don't have, there's some women that don't have good sex. Do you know that as I sat there and stated the same thing about, hey, I always tell men, close your eyes, you know what I'm saying? And you'll know whether, do you know what one of the people in the room, they were in their 50s. You know what they said?
What?
Women have bad sex. And the rest of the women in the room were like, as if they didn't know either. It was as if it was foreign. Like, you don't know how to ride. You do know that you're accountable for not knowing how to ride, right? Like, I'm not supposed to teach you how to do that. You don't know how to give head. You use teeth or whatever case of it. Or you don't give head. Okay. So, yeah, that's on you.
What's wrong with you teaching a woman how to ride you? What's wrong with you teaching a woman how to suck?
At 45, let me be very, very, very clear. Okay. At 45, this is a skill set that you need to come to the table with. I am not 25. If you don't know how to ride at this point, that's on you. Okay. Now, make a tweak here and there. I can get it, but don't give me that at 45. That's like you saying, oh, well, will you take a man with a 500 credit score? Like, no, you want somebody to come to the table, at least be in the high 6s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Elam, I think that's unfair to say.
No, it's not unfair because that's my expectation.
Okay, those are your expectations, but everyone doesn't have those expectations. Some men like things to be done differently, so they might be okay with teaching
like things done differently. So it's not okay for a man not. So Ashima, when she was talking earlier, it's not okay for. I'm sure it's not okay for a man to not know how to bring you to climax or hit it right or whatever. That's not okay, or for him to come up short.
But isn't everybody's body different and what they might like?
Totally agree. I agree.
Them there.
Agreed.
So if
Agreed.
all of those things come into play, I think that's why it's important to have healthy dialogue about what you like. Some people might like their breast kiss. Some may not. Some men enjoy having their breast kissed. Some men do not. You know,
you like
so
somebody
that really is, regardless of age, you know, what you say?
I'm just saying, Elam, he likes for somebody to ride him. I'm not a rider. We ain't gonna make it.
But here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing about that, Ashima. These are my thoughts.
That is real, though.
I do think that when you meet the person that really turns you on, you know, that you want to please, then that's when you will compromise and you will do some things that you might not have normally done.
I would do that, Joe Keetra. It's not like I want, but girlfriend needs is bad. I could ride you, but it ain't finna be like no goddamn. Elam wants you to do the shit for hours and hours and hours.
Well,
I don't know. I'm a good 17 minutes. 17 minutes. 17.
Ashima, there are all types of positions that you can do to ride a man. Well, it will not really impact your knees.
Right.
Share with us, Joe Keetra. Share with us.
You can do it
Wait a minute. The chair is the favorite. Oh my! I'm sorry. Never mind. Go ahead. Oof.
All I'm saying is that's why it's so important for you to
shout out to the chair. Shout out to everybody who rides their man in a chair. You make the world a better place, young ladies. And I just want to say thank you for just continuing to get on your man like that. Keep doing that. Jeez.
But what if a man don't like that?
I mean, that's him. I mean, okay. I don't know a man that doesn't like that. Mike.
I don't know about any other man, period. Than what like. I know what I like. Yeah, you can ride me in a rocking chair. You can ride me in the bathroom. You can ride me in a folding chair. I can ride, and I'm gonna make snow angels. If it ain't good, I'm gonna start making snow angels. Thank you, Ashima. I thank y'all, man. We're gonna come back to this. Look, man, I'm sorry to turn sideways.
I think we've said enough.
Yeah, my phone is dying. I love y'all. This has been one night. Elam, I don't know what was in that cup that you sipping me.
No, it's nothing. I'm just saying, like, I'm sick of this.
Can I ask you a question? Did you feel our air hug? Ashima and I both gave you a hug.
See, this is called shame. That's shame. That's fine. Kevin Samuels talked about that. This is called shame. No, bring it on. Come on.
Because Mike, do you need a hug?
See, that's shame, Mike. See what I'm saying?
It is not.
It's trying to minimize you as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Loving. Listen, I miss you guys.
I'm hitting the end broadcast button now. I'm hitting.
I love you guys so broadcast button.
Hold on, right now.
I got to give Mike a hug last week, but Elam, I haven't seen you or Ashima. So Ashima, I'm gonna give you a hug too. How about that?
Joe Keetra, and I love all you all, but Joe Keetra, I'm giving you an air hug. Mike, Elam, I'm giving you an emotional air hug.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Oh, would you rather me?
I cannot wait. When I say I'm gonna chop this video up. Ooh, I can't wait to chop it. Let's get on. Let's go. Because I got work to do. I got work to do for the next week.
Ashima, what's your social media?
Like Mike always trying to wrap us up and rush us like he got some.
I don't want to ride you. It's a screen name.
Anyway,
I don't ride.
I don't ride.
He's trying to rush us so he can get to that old bitch he with.
You snow angel Hayden.
Yeah, a little relaxed, Mike. It's okay.
Type Mike Comedy.
It's getting late.
Call me.
Type Mike Comedy on all your social media. Joe Keetra, your social media?
It's Joe Keetra Horn. Let me just say that.
Okay. Elam, your social media.
Follow me and handle your business. Okay, that's you need to handle your business. I'm gonna need somebody to help. Got to make a new screen name.
We didn't talk about what we need help understanding, and tonight is understanding.
No. What we had to do is okay, actually, y'all can follow me at Elam B King on all social media platforms. But I want to say, Ashima, I love you. Joe Keetra, I love you. We got to continue to have these conversations because. I think that we only scratched the scratch right now. This was not like really a one-time conversation, but I guess step one is understanding, just where everybody is. And then it's kind of like, then we begin to find the happy median. So that's,
absolutely. Shima, you want to
get have my therapist look at this episode.
Yes.
Maybe we all need to go to therapy one day. Have a session with your therapist.
All of us. All four of us.
Yes.
Joe Keitra, inside joke, $350 for you to stand up right now. Okay, I cash app you right now. You stand up right now.
I'm gonna add 100. I'm adding 100. I'm gonna add 100. I'm gonna add 100.
No time.
Oh my God, that was good.
You're looking extra nice tonight, Joe Keitra.
Thank you. Look, but they pick it at me because all I have on is my shirt, my Kevin Samuels shirt.
Your background is nice, Joe Keitra.
Thank you. I got some candles. I'm trying to get in the mood. Like I wish I had a man here because.
Can we part two this? I think this is a part two. I think we got to because
Yes.
All right, y'all. We I don't think that they didn't help me understand nothing tonight.
I want my $350 because I stood up.
Yeah, my cash up.
But you stood up with the towel. You just put the towel over the camera.
You didn't.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It's on tape. As Elam been saying, it's on tape. You didn't specify. You said stand up and I stood up.
I ain't messing.